Hello, my name is Bill Buckley, and I am addressing you as a candidate for election to the school committee. Growing up in Holbrook, as the eldest of 6 children, I attended Holbrook Public Schools from the Roberts School through high school, and then attending Holy Cross College and the Bowman Gray School of Medicine of Wake Forest University. I am a retired physician assistant who returned to Holbrook 7 years ago. My background includes 2 years in the United States Army as a medical corpsman, serving overseas from 1970 to 72. My community involvement in Holbrook includes being a town meeting member, volunteering at HCAM, filming events, reporting on sporting events, serving the town as a member of the Cable Advisory Committee, negotiating a contract with Comcast and Verizon, and active in community sports, especially baseball and basketball. Working with the youth, I have become interested in the school committee and the effect it has on the community. I started attending their meetings regularly 2 years ago, speaking on multiple times on issues during citizens' concerns. Over time, I grew frustrated that no discussion of any ideas presented ever took place. Examples of things that I have brought to the school committee attention include the need for more publicity for the school and their accomplishments, the need for an athletic trainer, the need to have intramurals and after-school programs, just to name a few. I also witnessed other members of the community attend to voice their concerns. My concerns, as well as other community members' concerns, were never even discussed at those meetings or at any other time for that matter. This is why I decided to run. I believe the community deserves an open dialogue with the school committee for the betterment of our children's education. My platform stresses the following. Open meetings. I will look to change the restrictive nature of the school committee's policies that limit when and what citizens can talk about at their meetings. I will look to allow for open discussion between the committee and citizens and then follow up as needed in subsequent meetings. I would look to the Selectmen and the Finance Committee as examples of how to allow for more citizen input. 2, transparent finances. The school committee must watch closely the spending of taxpayers' money. If funding approved by town meeting needs to be shifted from one line item to another, it should be discussed and voted on by the school committee in an open meeting. The proposed school committee budget for this upcoming year has a computer teacher specialist for the elementary schools, which is greatly needed. It is listed as a Tier 1 add-on to the budget. However, during the October 2014 special town meeting, after the school committee said it was absolutely necessary to have this position at that time, the money was approved and appropriated by the town. The computer teacher specialist was never hired, and no explanation of what happened to the appropriated money was ever given. 4, publicity. The school committee needs to see to it that all forms of social media and traditional media are used to publicize what is happening in our schools, especially the achievements of the students and faculty. 5, health. I want to commit to health and safety of the children by assuring no cuts in nursing staff and that a part-time athletic trainer will stay in the proposed budget and not be cut. Additionally, I will advocate for drug prevention education within the curriculum. 6, after-school programs. I would work with administrators to develop an after-school program for K through 12 students that would involve co-curricular activities as well as intramurals at low cost to parents in our new school. It would be a one-stop, safe place for working parents to send their kids. It also could become a possible revenue stream for the schools if we can run it properly. Having retired from my career as a surgical physician assistant, I have time to devote all my energy and passion for the Holbrook schools to improve them. More than that, I will listen to the faculty, administration, and students, along with community members, to investigate new ideas and review every year how our programs are working. I will be forthright in explaining the budget and any changes within individual line items. This election is not about me or any other candidate. It is about the students and what is best for them within our resources. Please vote on April 4th to have your say in the direction of the Holbrook Public Schools. I would appreciate your support and your vote to bring a fresh, vibrant perspective to the school committee. Thank you for your time.
Hello, I'm Arthur George, and I'm asking for your vote on April 4th for school committee. As a town, we are on the brink of a brand new pre-K through 12 state-of-the-art school building complex. 3 years ago, this was not so certain. We as a town faced a school system that had been neglected by deferred maintenance, sparse course offerings, and a hidden secret, namely that many families sent their children elsewhere, even if it meant taking out family loans to do so. It wasn't that you couldn't get a solid education in Holbrook, but rather the course offerings were limited. Town meeting members were unsure whether their dollars were being used wisely. In fact, it was my attendance at a football game with no band, no cheerleaders, and collapsing stands that made me decide to run and offer what help I could. In 3 years, I have helped restore trust between the town and the schools. I pushed for and have been successful in convincing the town to adopt the same accounting system software as the school, saving hours of transferring one set of accounting data to another system and providing instant transparency. I insisted that the auditors for the town appear in person before the school board to give their report and recommendations, something I found useful while on the Board of Trustees at Bridgewater State College, and which has made the schools more aware of their accountability. I have also ensured that contracts are vetted by legal counsel to ensure accountability and flexibility. In my first year as chair, my second year on the board, I instituted a Holbrook Public School Maintenance Advisory Board, which includes members of the Holbrook community, such as the CEO of a maintenance company, the building commissioner of a city, a retired member of the fire department, as well as parents and 2 members of the board, to ensure updates and ask questions relating to the maintenance of the schools. As a member of the policy subcommittee, the school committee voted on stronger anti-bullying, anti-alcohol and anti-drug policies, as well as an anti-opioid policy that called for a curriculum in the schools because we care about Holbrook and support the efforts of Holbrook Cares. I have encouraged band and cheerleading, as well as a host of other co-curricular activities. It is my hope that our athletic offerings are strengthened. I suggested a contest to both design and then vote on a design for the Bulldog logo by the students of the Holbrook Public Schools, which was approved by the school committee. That contest is now in progress. Most importantly, I have championed more robust academic offerings. Our robotics program is being enhanced. We are engaging HCAM in a collaborative educational endeavor that will give our students a first-rate media experience. Our computer technology is increasing. Our foreign language editions are now in their infancy. We are at a crossroads to ensure accountability and fiscal responsibility, to ensure that our Holbrook School reaches new levels of academic accomplishment with course offerings that will touch the heart and soul of our students and give them the opportunity to be the best they can be. This year is a vote to be a school district that is a center for excellence within our financial means, that every member of our Holbrook community can be proud of. The April 4th election is an election for the heart and soul of the Holbrook Public School Committee. We cannot afford to build this new school only to go back to the limited vision that got the schools into trouble in the first place. That is why your vote is so necessary in this election. I am Arthur George, and I am asking for your vote on April 4th for school committee. Let us move forward together.
Hello, my name is Barbara Davis, and I am a candidate for re-election to the school committee because I believe in public education. I believe that the public school children of Holbrook deserve the same high-quality education as is available in more affluent communities. A quality education should not depend on a student's zip code or the number of students in a district. I've been a homeowner in Holbrook for over 30 years, in addition to attending the public schools as a child. My daughter is a proud junior-senior high school alumna and is a successful graduate of Syracuse University. I have been a town meeting member for over 20 years and have served on the school councils at both the Kennedy and the junior-senior high schools. I attend as many activities in the schools as possible, such as concerts, robotics, musicals, STEAM nights, or Student Government Day, as well as many sporting events at the junior-senior high school. I make regular trips to the new school to document and share the progress of the construction in photos on social media as a way to keep the community informed. As a dedicated school committee member, I will continue to work collaboratively with other school officials and municipal leaders to map out a plan for success for all our students. This plan will include ways to hire and retain highly qualified staff, such as ensuring they have all the tools they need to do their jobs and providing quality professional development so they remain highly qualified. This plan will seek out alternative sources of revenue to offset underfunded mandates. The legislature has failed to do its job and properly reimburse districts for several state-mandated expenses, and Holbrook taxpayers are left footing the bill. We need to think outside the box and find new and creative ways to generate additional funds. This plan will explore ways to encourage our 8th grade students to stay at the junior-senior high school for the duration of their high school years. Over the past several years, the number of students leaving has been cut by almost half. We can continue this positive trend by expanding curricular and co-curricular opportunities for all students. Keeping the curriculum current and innovative is imperative to retaining our students. This plan will ensure our students have the tools they need to be successful after they leave the junior-senior high school by providing them with a solid foundation of skills and current technology, guidance in their endeavors to continue their education after high school, and emotional support when needed. This plan will include continuing to work on a smooth transition into the new building. This means ensuring all staff have the proper training for the new technology they will have access to, and providing multiple occasions for students, parents, and staff to tour the building and familiarize themselves with all the wonderful opportunities that it has to offer. In this plan, we will work to expand social-emotional learning programs at all levels. We have several programs already implemented in the schools, but we need to continue to expand these programs to address current concerns and issues. Bullying is a pervasive issue in today's society, and I am absolutely committed to making sure all students feel safe in school. The school resource officer appointed under my watch is helping greatly with this issue. And finally, this plan will require the school committee to be more transparent in conducting its business and more receptive to suggestions and concerns from the public. There must be ongoing, honest, and public discussions regarding the needs of the schools. As a school committee member, I am well known because I am extremely visible among the community, responsive to questions, and experienced. I fight for public education students every day, not just when it's convenient to do so. I am the only school committee member who regularly attends workshops in order to stay current about issues and best practices. And I have a reputation at the state level as a local leader who fights for K-12 public education. During my tenure as chairperson, we instituted full-day kindergarten for all students, which has already begun to reap the benefits we anticipated. Also during this time, the schools improved to a Level 2 district after many years of being at Level 3. I will continue to work hard for the staff and students of the Holbrook Public Schools to ensure the entire district becomes a Level 1 district, the highest designation. I want to ensure that all our students receive a challenging, well-rounded curriculum which will enable them to be prepared with all the tools they need to be successful after high school. I am the candidate with the knowledge, dedication, visibility, commitment, and passion to continue to ensure that the children of Holbrook have access to a challenging curriculum, highly qualified teachers, and opportunities to realize their maximum potential. I form opinions and make decisions based on facts and information, rather than popular misconceptions and perceptions, or because of someone else's agenda. I have always been an outspoken advocate for all the public school students of Holbrook and their families. You will not find a more hardworking, committed, or visible elected official. I ask for your vote on April 4th to allow me to continue my work on improving the education of the public school students of Holbrook. Thank you.
Hello, fellow citizens. My name is Danielle Hara, and I'm a lifelong resident of Holbrook, and I am running for school committee. I am a mother of 2 children, grades 4 and 6, that are currently attending the South School. I believe I will bring a much-needed fresh perspective to the school committee as a parent with children in the system. Currently, there is no member serving on the school committee that has children in the system and experiences firsthand the great accomplishments of our schools and the varied flaws that need to be addressed. I am invested in the community and want the very best for not only my children, but for all the children of Holbrook. Additionally, I am invested in the community and the schools as a Holbrook High School graduate myself, and currently serving as the Holbrook Elementary Parent Group's chair for the 3rd year. I am a tireless volunteer in the schools, both in the classroom and at the wide array of fundraisers the HGPG sets forth to raise funds for our children. I do not come with many of the accolades that some on our current board possesses, and I do not have a background in public education, or I may not be the best public speaker. What I do have is a desire and a drive like no other. I will listen to what you need, and I will follow through and get the job done. I am invested in the school committee because I myself have children in the school, but also because I want the very best for all the children of Holbrook. I want our new school to be the pride of Holbrook, as it should be. I was inspired to run for this position because I believe now is the time for change. Along with our brand new state-of-the-art facility should come a new way of doing things on the board. We need members that are not only willing to listen to citizens' concerns, but addresses them openly at meetings. We need board members that do not silence our children when they present information at a meeting. Our children were told to move it along when they were brought forth their ideas at a meeting. This is unacceptable to me, and it should not be acceptable to you. We need a school committee that supports things like our civics club and their initiatives of creating Peace Day and erecting a peace pole on the new grounds of the new school. If I were to get the honor of serving on this board, these initiatives set forth by our children and the tireless people that lead these groups, such as the current advisor for Civics Club, would be rewarded for their efforts, not told to quiet down. These programs should be the shining star of Holbrook. For too long, we have allowed the current board to make divisive decisions that help to separate the school and town. It makes working in a collaborative manner for our community so difficult. We need transparency, and we desperately need an open, collaborative relationship with the Finance Committee and the Board of Selectmen. It makes no sense to me that the current school committee is not working closely with the Board of Selectmen to turn over the JFK and South School buildings to the town so that dollars can be realized and to aid the town with their financing and planning. This is unacceptable behavior, and now is the time for collaboration. Now is the time for a children-first attitude from our school committee. Every decision needs to be made with students at the forefront. We need to reduce class sizes, not increase them, which has been discussed. Now is the time to begin offering a wide range of courses such as health programs that many students are interested in, and eliminating classes that do not attract the numbers of students that justify paying for an additional teacher, such as Latin. Now is the time for our school committee to be vocal, do their jobs, and direct our superintendent to hire an athletic director so our children's sports programs can thrive and grow, not stutter and fail. Now is the time for our school committee to follow through on their promise of requiring our superintendent to be accountable and hire people and create the positions that are needed so desperately in our schools. Now is the time for evaluations and requiring that contracts be kept, not putting things off and blaming other members of their board for confusion or lack of communication. Now is the time for intramural sports and advanced placement courses, and creating an enriched environment for our children to learn in. Every member on the school committee is responsible for the success or the failure of our children. Now is the time to put people on this board that will stand up and speak up for our children. Now is the time for change. If I am honored with the responsibility of serving this community as a school committee member, I promise to listen to you. I promise to help the school culture be open and positive. I promise to be respectful to all the stakeholders in our new school, including you, the tax-paying citizen. I promise to listen to your concerns for your children and do something about it. I will not tell you to hurry up or move it along, and I wouldn't dream of saying that to your concerned child. I promise that if I do not have the answer, I will work hard to find one. I will work tirelessly for you. I would appreciate your vote on Tuesday, April 4th. I look forward to serving you, bringing about the change we desperately need in our schools. Now is the time. Thank you.